Hi everyone, a very good morning to all of you. We have discussed in the last class and before that also the meaning of differentiation and the use of differentiation and the formula in differentiation, especially like in a simple way. What is the way to utilize differentiation, a mathematical phenomena in solving physics? That is what we have studied, where exactly if you say one single and simple formula we have studied, that is d by dx of x power n equal to n into x power n minus 1. This is what the formula we have studied. Here x is variable. Also the variable can be t, like d by dt of t power n. Right? So that is what mainly overall we have studied. And we have seen few examples in physics also. But few more formulas are there in differentiation. That also we need to know. Formulas. You have to just remember. You will come to know wherever we use differentiation. Because in every chapter, wherever differentiation comes, there we will discuss how to apply. And we need to use these formulas, whatever we will study. But before taking those formulas, we need to understand one more mathematical phenomena, that is integration. The other mathematical phenomena is integration. So one is differentiation. The other one is integration. So differentiation means change in one quantity with respect to variable, like dy by dx. This is nothing but under the limit delta x tends to 0, delta y by delta x. So when there is a dependence, y depending on x, as x changes, delta x, change in x, y also changes, delta y. But there are two types of change from one point to another point. Average, delta y by delta x. At any one instant, instantaneous. At any one instant means delta x tends to 0. Then the change in y with respect to x is called dy by dx. So dy by dx is nothing but change, calculation of change in one quantity. Change means what? Nothing but like subtraction. Change means final value minus initial value. But now here we need to understand integration. So differentiation is we are doing with the help of like a subtraction, change. But integration is nothing but addition. Integration is nothing but addition. See, differentiation is subtraction, but that doesn't mean that 2 minus 1 equal to 1 or 4 minus 2 equal to 2. That is change in one quantity with respect to another quantity at any instant. But here also addition nothing but not like 1 plus 1 equal to 2. Here what is the addition is addition of infinitesimal small. Listen the word carefully. Infinitesimal small. Very small. How many? Infinite number of, like suppose dx is one small quantity, plus dx plus dx plus dx, so on up to infinity. So addition of infinite quantities and each one is infinitesimally small, very very small. Infinitesimally small means very 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 small. So if you want to add, instead of adding you will take integration dx. So instead of adding infinite number of terms which are very very small, then you will go for integration. So this is the symbol of integration, like a big S or stretched S. So this is integration dx, means integration with respect to x. Like this is differentiation with respect to x. This is integration with respect to x. So even though I am telling differentiation is nothing but subtraction, integration is nothing but addition, but there is a difference. So that is what here instantaneous change, that is differentiation. Here addition of infinite number of infinitesimally small quantities, so that you can replace this addition with one mathematical phenomena, that is integration. To make you understand, I will tell you or I will derive something. But before that, what is the formula in integration? See here, in differentiation, d by dx of x power n equal to n into x power n minus 1. Here power became multiplier and power reduces by 1. Similarly, in integration, integration x power n dx equal to x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. Here power reduced by 1. Here power increased by 1. Here power become multiplier. Here power become divider. So that way you can understand the difference between the formula, general or simple formula in differentiation and in integration. So please understand that difference and remember the formulas. Of course you have done this. Now you have to remember this formula. Not only this one, you can take another variable, integration t power n dt equal to t power n plus 1 by n plus 1. But here I said one thing, that is d by dx of t power n or d by dt of x power n you can do. See here both are same, xx, variable and function. But here both are different. Then what I said, you can apply the formula and you have to write one more, dx by dt. So you can differentiate x function with respect to t or with respect to y, anything. But integration you cannot do like that. Like integration t power n dx is not possible. You cannot apply formula. Only t power n, if it is t function, then you can do integration with respect to t. If it is x function, you can do integration with respect to x. Or else integration y power n, then you can do integration with respect to y only. But you cannot do t with respect to x, x with respect to y, or y with respect to t. So please understand that. So here you need to remember these two formulas. But here two types of integration will be there in mathematics. But in physics we use only one. So what is that? See, here when you specify integration x power n dx, so integration is nothing but addition. Addition is from where to where? From where to where you have to add. That you have to mention. So you are integrating with respect to x. So you have to specify the values of x from where to where. Like x1, x2. Here you are integrating with respect to t. So you have to specify the limits for t. from where to where, 0 to 2 or 2 to 10, whatever it is, t1 to t2. So these are called definite integrals. What are these called? Definite integrals. Definite integrals. What is the meaning of definite integral? Means you are defining the limits. From where to where you need to add. Nothing but you have to integrate. You are going to integrate means you are going to add. That is what the meaning. Then here also what you will do is you have to take these limits after applying formula t1 to t2. Then here x power n plus 1 by n plus 1, like from x1 to x2 you got. Then what you have to do is you are integrating with respect to x. So you should know the limits for x. Then after applying the formula, you need to substitute the limits. First upper limit, so x2 by n plus 1 minus, next x1 n plus 1 by n plus 1. So this way you have to substitute the limits in place of variable. Like here in place of t you have to substitute so that you will get the final answer. So such kind of integration we call it as definite integrals, because we are defining particular range. So you are defining integration. That's why definite. You are trying to limit the integration. Suppose if you don't mention these limits, then the formula according to mathematics is plus c. Some constant may come, anything. We don't know that constant. That's why this is called indefinite. We are unable to define. We haven't defined anything about the limits. Like from where to where you need to add. That's why it is called indefinite. But in physics, indefinite is not needed. We need only definite. Wherever you do integration, you have to apply the limits. But when you study different chapters of physics in different concepts, we will understand very clearly like how we are applying. Here right now you just remember the formula, then try to practice how to do this formula application. That's it. Because in physics, different chapters, different concept, we will use the integration. In every chapter we will again discuss in detail. But there you need to remember the procedure of integration. That's it. Right? So let me give you one example. So what is that one example? See here. So integration t square dt. Now the limits, time limits they have given from 1 to 2 or 0 to 2, anything. So that after looking this, you have to take this general formula. T power n dt equal to t power n plus 1 by n plus 1. So here in place of n what is there? 2. So t power 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 from 0 to 2 equal to, this is t cube by 3 from 0 to 2. So now you integrated with respect to time. So these limits are for time. So you need to substitute in place of time. But while substituting, you need to substitute upper limit first, 2 in place of t. So 2 cube by 3 minus, next lower limit, 0 cube by 3 equal to 8 by 3 minus 0 by something 0. So what is our final answer? 8 by 3. So this way you just apply this formula, then substitute the limits. This method is called like basic requirement to apply integration. These are the basic things you need to know about integration. Base, and very important for your coming chapter kinematics also. I mean motion in one dimension, motion in two dimension, right? So this way, like differentiation, you can do integration method also. But to make you understand the sum of infinite quantities of infinitesimal small quantities, we can replace with integration. I will give you one mathematical example. Let's take one circle having radius capital R. Then what is the perimeter of the circle? The formula is 2 pi r. Yes or no? But to derive this perimeter equal to 2 pi r, I will tell you that you can use the integration method to derive this. How? Let's say. See, every thing, like you have to find out the perimeter. One big quantity. When you want to find big quantity, first of all, to apply integration, divide into pieces. Divide into small pieces. Like I said small, but it is not needed that only this much. Small can be this much, this much, this much, this much, this much. So small. But if you make it small pieces, how many such pieces you will get? Many. Many, nothing but what? Infinite number. Now, what I will tell is, each length is, let's take dx, dx, dx. Now the total perimeter of the circle is nothing but dx plus dx plus dx plus so on, infinite. Such. No definition. It is not compulsory that you have to make 10, you have to make 100, you have to make 1000. You can make any number, small pieces. And each length you can say something small. Delta x means big, considerable. Dx means small. Dx means small. Now, see here. So like that total length I divided into small pieces. So that now the total perimeter is this much. But according to the definition of integration, when you want to add infinite number of infinitesimal small quantities, you can go for integration. Integration dx. What is dx? Dx is the length of each small element. So when you consider one such small element, what kind of shape it is? Sector. What is that? Sector. And let's take this small angle of the sector d theta. And this is the sector length dx. For understanding purpose, I drawn this much big. It is very small. So this is one small element where the length of the sector is dx and the angle of sector is d theta. This is radius. And you have studied in mathematics the relation between these three. That is sector length equal to radius into angle r d theta. Now here integration dx is r d theta. So now you check this. Integration r d theta. In differentiation, how you will take out the constant outside? Same way in integration also you will take out the constant outside. Like d by dx of 2x square. Then what you have done? 2 is constant, so you took it outside. Then you have written d by dx of x square. Same way in integration also constant you can take outside. So here radius is constant. For all sectors radius is same. So I can take it out. Integration d theta. Now integration d theta means this one. Sum of all the sector angles. D theta, d theta, d theta, d theta, d theta, d theta. Total. So here theta you have to add from, suppose starting is this one. Then from here to here. Then 0 to, what is the final limit? 0 to 2 pi. Because the total angle for one complete revolution is how much? One complete circle, 360 degrees, nothing but 2 pi. So if you start here, suppose, then you have to come back here. So 0 to, what is the total angle? 360 degrees. Here integration d theta means you are integrating with respect to theta. So that you have to take the limits for theta. What are the limits? 0 to 2 pi. 360 nothing but 2 pi. So that r into here. One more thing also I will tell you. See, integration dx. See, integration x power n dx is x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. But here only integration dx. Then integration x power 0 dx. Because x power 0 is how much? 1. 1 into dx. So if there is no function, only integration dx, then you can write it as x power 0. Or else integration dt. Then what you can write? Integration t power 0 dt. Then you can apply this formula. Now in place of n, what is there? 0. So that x power 0 plus 1 by 0 plus 1. So x by 1. How much? X. But what I will tell you is integration dx means directly you can write it as x. de. And integration dt means t. Integration d theta means theta. Integration dy means y. Or else what you can do? You can apply this procedure. Integration dy means what you will write? Integration y power 0 into dy. Then you will write y power 0 plus 1 by 0 plus 1. Nothing but y. But directly you can remember. Suppose integration dv. Then what will come? V. So remember this thing also. So that here integration d theta means what will come? Theta. But in physics everywhere we will specify the limits. What are the limits? 0 to 2 pi. Now you are integrating with respect to theta. So limits you have to substitute in place of theta. So the upper limit is 2 pi minus. The lower limit is 0 equal to r into 2 pi minus 0. How much? 2 pi. So what is the perimeter? 2 pi r. So this is the integration way of understanding. But if you don't understand this also, I mean if you don't study this also, you can do integration in physics. Because this is mathematical example. Just to make you understand that the sum of infinite number of infinitesimally small quantities you can replace as integration dx. Because integration is nothing but addition. So to prove that I have done this method. So integration is nothing but addition. But not like normal. It is like addition of very small quantities. How many? Infinite number. So please understand that. So finally, the formulas, if you list out, what are all the will. So integration x power n dx equal to x power n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c. But in physics what we will do is integration x power n dx from x1 to x2, then x power n plus 1 by n plus 1 from x1 to x2, or else integration t power n dt equal to t power n plus 1 by n plus 1. It is from t1 to t2. And integration dx equal to x, integration dt equal to t, integration dy equal to y, integration dv equal to v. This also you remember like a formula. I have shown you y. And integration a plus b minus c dx. Then you have to write separately integration a dx plus integration b dx minus integration c dx. Like one example I will show you, simple example. See here. So integration t square or 3t square minus 2t dt from 0 to 1. Here how many terms are there? 2 terms. So write the integration separately, like differentiation only. So first integration 3t square dt 0 to 1 minus integration 2t dt 0 to 1. I have written. So now I have written separately with the same limits, same like a differentiation. Now what we have to do? As we have done in differentiation, taking out the constant outside, do the same thing here also. 3 integration t square dt minus 2 is constant outside, integration t dt 0 to 1. Same method. So that after writing separately and after removing constant outside, then here apply the formula 3 into. Now here integration with respect to t. So the formula is integration t power n dt, t power n plus 1 by n plus 1. So that here see t power 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1, limits are 0 to 1, minus 2 into t power 1 is there. So 1 plus 1 by 1 plus 1, 0 to 1. Now 2 plus 1 3, 3 get cancelled, 1 plus 1 2, 2 get cancelled. What is remaining here? T cube 0 to 1 minus t square 0 to 1. So I applied the integration formula. Then what is the next job? So additionally here you will have to substitute the limits. First upper limit always. So 1 cube minus lower limit 0 cube minus upper limit 1 square minus 0 square equal to 1 minus 0 minus 1 minus 0. So 1 minus, this is 1. So 1 minus 1 how much? 0. So this way you just learn this method. What is the given function? Whether it is in terms of t or x, both are same. Maybe another also. But write integration separately for as many terms as they have given. Then take out the constants outside. Then apply the integration formula. Then substitute the formulas. Substitute the limits they have given. So this way, so from today's class mainly what you have to understand is this method. But these questions may be in terms of time, maybe in terms of x, maybe in terms of velocity, anything is possible. But general procedure is important. Variable can be anything, t or x or v or y, anything, or theta also. But the procedure is same. Write separately, take out constants, apply integration formula, then substitute the limits. So this is what the meaning of integration. And we also have to study in differentiation as well as in integration few other formulas related to some more mathematical functions like trigonometric functions, logarithmic and exponential. So what is the differentiation of sin theta? What is the integration of sin theta? Those things also needed in physics. So those things we will discuss, we will continue in the coming class. So please practice today mainly about this thing. So assignment questions also will be based on this only. But here may be variable x or t or y or theta, anything. Right? So please try to practice this. Thank you so much.